Production.
Let's go.
Hey, 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 welcome back to the Bodo Production. I believe it's episode 9, a Star Wars special. And today we got the returning of the Jedi, Levi Balla. Hey, Levi.
Hello.
It's been a while since we've done a podcast,
Yeah,
and why not do it in Star Wars Day? Because it's, May the 4th. And we got some juicy topics, some good topics to talk about, especially like the future of the films and the series. Stuff that's come out today, like the Bad Batch. We're not gonna go with like talking about. I haven't seen the episodes yet, and I believe some people are still trying to watch it, so we're not gonna go with the spoilers or anything like that. We're not gonna like spoil the episode for you guys. So, but yeah, Levi, how you been?
other good things. Not too bad. Been working mostly.
That's good, man. Yeah, so it's been a crazy time for Star Wars, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
We got like a lot of, especially with the films, like sort of, we haven't really had a lot of like Star Wars content except from The
Yeah,
Mandalorian. But now we obviously when Disney announced a brand new series of like spin-offs and shows, I'm so interested to see what they do. And as just a biased opinion, I was a fan of the sequel trilogy, um,
yeah.
you know, but I'm glad they sort of going around with doing because I enjoyed the six films, and I'm glad they sort of going back to that kind of era. Like finally really
Yeah.
get some more like prequel elements and also like this sort of different things. It's gonna be pretty interesting to actually see. But the biggest match I'm looking forward to is seeing Vader and Obi-Wan like dueling again because there was
Yeah.
there's actually like I think it's announced by the actual official Star Wars page that they're gonna be I think it was Kathleen Kennedy who announced it saying they're going to fight again or something.
Yeah, like the duel of the century.
Yeah, like, and that's got a lot of people worried, but I actually like the idea because when I watched episode 3, there's such a long period of time between 3 and 4.
Yeah, like 19 years.
And I think, like, there's a chance that Vader and Obi-Wan must have met during that time because I don't believe, like, if you kind of, obviously, when George kind of filmed this and, like, written the script, he's not going to necessarily think of line by line during what actually happened in episode 3 or or the
Yeah.
prequels. He's just making like a sort of a idea arc, so it wasn't like straight away, oh, this is exactly the line I'm going to put in 20 years later and this is what's going to happen. But I think there was I think necessary. Vader did kind of, there's some missing links to how does Obi-Wan know Anakin's alive? You know, or Vader himself, because like he knows Vader was alive during episode 4. So
Yeah.
they must he like I know there's some comics that Obi-Wan during his exile he must have saw Vader sort of like a news channel. One of the intergalactic news channel, they must have saw Vader like the new leader of the Sith, like you
Yeah.
know, running the Empire. But I think I think there's such more with that, and I think they could at least have like an accountant, a counter, or and somehow in the period of time. And I think because there's one, especially going back to that scene where he said, "When I left you, I was about to learn, but now I'm the master." There's some lines in there where I was thinking like, you know, he must have thought in somehow when I left you. No, but if Obi-Wan left Anakin,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, like on Mustafar, he like left him to burn up.
yeah, so and and just remember Obi-Wan. I think Vader thought Obi-Wan was dead. So they have to must have like encountered somehow, because I know a lot of people saying that does not make sense. That's gonna ruin the whole Vader and Obi-Wan story.
Yeah,
But I feel like they had at least a dual aura, because just how like Darth Maul was, you know?
yeah. Like he spent a lot of time like looking for Obi-Wan, like during after the Clone Wars. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty fairly obvious Vader would have done the same thing. Like he'd try to find Obi-Wan.
And do you remember there was a scene in Rebels where Vader mentioned about when Palpatine when Vader was communicating about Palpatine about Ahsoka, like the Padawan lives. He also mentioned
Yeah,
we could find other Jedi such as Kenobi. You know, I don't think in that period of time Vader actually thinks Kenobi is dead. I think he thought he was dead to beyond the point before he felt his presence in episode 4. Until
yeah.
he that scene where he was talking to Tarkin, he was saying, I've sensed something, but something I haven't sensed since. And there is a
Since
history.
when? Yeah,
There is a long history. Me and Levi, a funny enough story about Star Wars. We became friends because of Star Wars, wasn't it?
yeah.
I think we are quite depth with the lore. We love the
Mm-hmm.
movies. You
Yeah.
enjoy the comic books as well. So like, talk about your relationship with Star Wars, Levi. Like how you know what kind of draw you into it. When you was a kid or
Um. Yeah, I think the very first time I watched it, I think it was like my last couple of years of primary school. I watched Revenge of the Sith on DVD.
oh yeah. I remember watching that on Sky. So the funny thing is, I remember episode 1 came out, but I wasn't a fan of Star Wars. I didn't really. I think I was more a fan of Toy Story, and that was funny because I actually thought Star Wars copied Toy Story as a kid, because I watched Toy Story 2
Yeah.
first, and I didn't realize that line was a parody of "I Am Your Father." So I actually thought I was angry at Star Wars. I was like, how dare they copy Zurg's line?
Oh
And then all
gosh,
my friends from primary school used to tease me. It was like, you're such a dumb kid. Like, why? That's why no one hanging out with me.
you're a noob.
You don't understand you don't understand the logic. But I actually thought Zurg was actually, I didn't know it was a parody. I was actually believing that, oh my god, that's a juicy storyline. I want to, what, but where's the story between Zurg and Buzz? Where's the Return of a Jedi for that?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I remember how I slowly got into Star Wars was, I think, episode 3. And I think I think I wanted to watch in cinemas, but we watched the one, we watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory instead. Yeah, we had an option to watch Star Wars Revenge of the Sith or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and what my family chose? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because why not?
Oh, oh gosh.
But yeah, so I waited till it was on Sky, and then I think I got so confused with the Star Wars lore. I thought that was Obi-Wan, I thought Padme was Princess Leia. I thought it was like, oh,
Yeah.
Luke's turned evil? Because I watched Return of a Jedi. I watched Empire Jedi first, and then I watched Revenge of the Sith. Like, I watched the most weirdest order ever. So
Oh, same.
I thought Return of a Jedi was sort of like, okay, Vader's dead. Oh shoot, Luke becomes Vader? Mind blown. Wait, who's that beard guy? Is he Han Solo? Why did Han Solo got a blue lightsaber? And oh my god, Yoda's alive. I literally got so confused with the whole Star Wars, like, because I watched it in a different order and I didn't know what was like the order as a kid. And then till I rewatched it in order, and I was like, I love the prequels.
Yeah, same here, man. Like,
I did watch the Phantom Menace before, but I couldn't remember it. Like the only scene I watched was the Darth Maul fight scene
oh,
as a
duel
kid,
of the fates.
as a younger kid, and then rewatching it. Like it used to come on Sky on TV. But yeah, like Star Wars was insane. Like and then since I used to adore Darth Vader, and I remember after watching Empire Strikes Back, I straight away wanted to buy the Darth Vader costume, like the mask and everything. So I was like
Yeah,
obsessed. I
same
was
here.
like, I said to my sister or my mom, I was like, I wanna get I wanna be like Darth Vader, and that's when Revenge of Sith was out. They were promoting. I think that's what episode 3 has a very special meaning to me because that's what kind of got me into Star Wars. And I was
Yeah,
so
me too,
shocked.
man.
I was so shocked to see it was a 12 as well. Like, oh my god, I'm watching a 12. How cool is that when you're a kid? Oh my god, it's a 12. A 12 was a big thing when we were kids, guys. A 12 was a big
Yeah,
thing.
man.
We could only watch PGs and use, but a 12, they were the glory
Yeah.
days. Was it 12A?
No, I think it was just 12.
12 A's in cinemas, right? Was it like you can watch 12s with your parents?
Psst,
But
probably.
but yeah, like, and then the Clone Wars sort of happened, and that's when we met during secondary school. The Clone Wars series. That was like what
Yeah.
was kind of trending in Star Wars. I hated the movie. I really hated the movie so bad.
I thought it was okay, but yeah, I did get why people hate it.
I'm sorry, but honestly, I don't hate as much as now. But when I watched it, and I was like, "What the hell's happened? Why is it 3D animated?" Because you gotta like, come on. I just got being a fan of episode 3, and now I'm watching a cartoon. This is like I wanted to see what happened to Vader. Like, give us the no, give us a continuation. I was angry to George Lucas. I was like, why stop at episode 3? I want to see what's happened next. And then they released Clone Wars. I'd rather see this story now. This is why I was kind of going back to like why I like Star Wars, because it's weird because this is what I want to see as a kid. All those years, I want to see what actually happens between Vader and Obi-Wan. And now after episode 3, and we are actually finally getting there. That's what I find it so insane. But yeah, like, do you also, one thing I do remember, we did watch the Phantom Menace 3D.
Oh yeah, in 3D.
And the moment when Qui-Gon died, honestly, we literally like got stood up on
Oh
chairs and screamed no.
no! Oh my goodness me!
We should have brought a we should have brought like Qui-Gon's lightsabers, and we should have like an actual do in the cinemas.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
But yeah, like we for a minute during school, right? We were always like we loved Star Wars, but like we were just like fanatic, and everybody we used to annoy everyone because like everyone used to tell us that Star Wars is dead. They're not making Episode 7. They're not, there's no more movies.
It's dead.
We got stupid series like the Clone Wars, and then I'm sorry, but I watched the series. I even hated the movie. I started watching the series because I saw the Mandalorian. I thought it was Jango Fett, and I'm like, they brought Jango Fett back.
Wait, what?
I'm the most weirdest Star Wars fan ever. I always thought believed I didn't understand the lore, so I was like, oh my god, Jango Fett's back. Wait, there's two of them. That scene where Pre Vizsla,
Oh yeah,
yeah, that episode. Because
previous on Death Watch.
I actually I didn't know Jango Fett was called Jango Fett. I always presumed he was called Bounty Hunter. That's how dumb I was. Like, I literally thought Jango was called Bounty Hunter.
Oh gosh, really?
Yes, and I think that's why we're doing the game, Bounty Hunter. I was like, oh, that's a spin-off game. Bounty Hunter. That's an awesome
Oh
name.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that
oh, you go on.
that's fake. Yeah, that was actually pretty. That was a cool game.
I know. I recently bought it on PS2 and I started to play it. I'm still like finding it tricky. I'm on the second level. Like, I bought it on a PS2 and I'm still stuck on the second level.
Oh gosh.
The second level's hard, dude. Like, I think I had to say like, I couldn't fly my jetpack on properly. I even remember like buying the Force Unleashed on Blockbusters and renting that. And I got so halfway in the game that I was struggling that mission where you had to control the Star Destroyer.
Oh, Raxus Prime pull down the
Yeah,
Star
like
Destroyer.
I was I think I was so close finishing the game. I had a week. I had like 2-3 days left to give it back to Blockbuster because during the times, people, we had to rent stuff. It was too expensive. We actually, you remember the times we were renting films and DVDs, the good old
Yeah,
days.
that time. The good old days, they call it.
I would say it was all good, like because like you have a week to play it. Like well, you just buy it. I always get
Yeah,
confused
that's
about.
what we do now.
That's what we do now. Now you can get Game Pass. But I was so annoyed because I was so close to like finishing it. I had like 2-3 days left to like return the game. I was literally constantly playing it every night because
Yeah.
because I always loved the cutscenes. You know, I was like, I want to see what happens next. Because before there wasn't really like YouTube. You could like watch the whole cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't like that before. Like there was like some like mix between videos, but there wasn't like the full story. You have to like play the game first, and then what.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty more fun in that way. You don't get a lot of spoilers, but but yeah, I definitely remember like literally just trying to yeah, literally just trying to like play the game and just before I had to give it back. But yeah, like yeah, I remember also one of our friends from didn't believe me about Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
About
gonna
Darth
say his
Maul can
name. I'm
mess
not gonna
alive.
say his name. But if you're watching this, you know
No.
who you are. But like I remember saying to him one time that Darth Maul's alive because that's when they introduced Savage Press.
Yeah.
They finally introduced Savage Press, like, and I was like, oh my god, he's Darth Maul's brother. And then you seen like a tease of Maul, and I said to my friend, I was like, guess who's coming back? And he was like, who? Darth Maul. Oh, you're lying. I was like, I'm not lying. That is Darth Maul. No, that's just a Zabrak. No, seriously, dude, that's Darth Maul. They're gonna bring him
No, that's
back.
more, man.
No, he looks like Maul. Then why tease? Why did they say Darth Maul's brother? Like, oh, that's just because he's a species. He killed all his species. Like that scene when he
Yeah.
killed most of the Zabraks in that
Yeah, the Night Brothers.
Night Brothers. And then I think that was so perfect how they kind of got Maul back and then they re-released the Phantom Menace in 3D. I think Maul has his prime in that kind of year.
Yeah.
That was like Darth Maul's year. And then we saw like it felt like the Phantom Menace again 'cause they were starting to re-release like Maul merch and everything with Darth Maul was like literally awesome. And
Yeah, it was
then and
awesome.
then the announcement about the sequel trilogies when Disney bought Star Wars, that was like crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't really I wasn't too upset about because of Disney, but I didn't really care. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And then I was gloating everyone who said Star Wars is dead, like, oh my god, Star Wars is dead. They're not gonna make any more films. No, it's not. They're making more films.
Yeah, finally.
What was your reaction like when you heard that news?
Um, I didn't expect it to be honest, like at least not as soon as it
It
did.
was on after Was it a Halloween? Or was it? I swear it was.
I don't remember now.
I think it was on 31st October the 31st or first November. It was either on Halloween or after Halloween, and it was just I just heard on the radio in the morning that it was like a Star Wars themed radio. Like it was like they're gonna be making Disney bought Star Wars for this amount of money. But
Mhm.
I was sort of shocked about why, like, Disney. That's odd. Because obviously I thought Star Wars was a bit more violent, in that kind of,
Yeah,
whereas like, why
yeah,
would Disney buy Star Wars? Isn't some of those films are violent? Like, didn't that guy kill a bunch of younglings?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I was like, I think that was our final year in secondary school, and we were constantly talking about, oh my god, when episode 7 comes out, we need to watch it in cinemas or IMAX.
Oh yeah,
We were
definitely.
planning,
Yeah,
like, we were already planning what to do on that day. It was like, we're gonna go a long drive to IMAX and watch that film. And like, it was just like the hype was so up.
yeah. I remember like really online. That's like, yeah, Star Wars. Yeah.
Star Wars. And then there was like speculations that I keep saying, "Oh, Vader's gonna become alive," and some person got annoyed with me and saying like, "Oh, they can't do that. We'll bring Vader as a Force ghost." I mean, Anakin, only I wanted with that trilogy is having Hayden Christensen. I can't pronounce the second name. I'm so sorry, but
Oh, Christensen.
Christensen to have a Force ghost in that movie, like at least a second. That's
Yeah,
all I
that would be
ask.
legit.
All I ask. That's what only I wanted to sort of connect the Vader arc into that story when being mentioned. Because Vader is Star Wars, that's his story. That's how George
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
visualized it. But but there's always a silver lining, isn't there, Levi?
Mm-hmm.
Now we got this to look forward to because now we're actually getting more Vader and actually Hayden is returning to Star Wars.
Yes.
So that's insane. That was a bit of a long that's based our kind of history with Star Wars, but you know, but yeah, like what do you think would happen? Like what would be your theory, Levi?
Oh, for the Kenobi series.
Yeah, like yeah, generally like what would actually happen with the Kenobi series? Like what do you think would happen with Vader or what would be your theory?
Um, to be honest, I don't really theorize that much. Um, but if I did think there was anything going to happen, I
Or
think
what do
it
you
would be
want to
like,
happen really? Like what is like you're hoping to see? Like not as necessarily it's gonna be like this
yeah,
or that. Well, what would you like to see? Like I did like I am happy they're gonna do some like at least
same man.
they're gonna fight at least. I was scared if it's gonna be like a short cameo. So I'm hoping it's gonna be kind of like we're gonna get at least a long episode with them. So that's pretty interesting to me because they're kind of like connecting the huge prequel elements to this.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what would generally what would you be looking forward to like, or what characters would you want to them to include even some of them are not being announced.
Yeah, that's characters I like to see. I like to see Qui-Gon Jinn,
Definitely, I agree.
definitely.
I definitely think they should put Qui-Gon because that's a perfect choice. Because I think he can sort of guide Obi-Wan, like
Yeah, exactly.
I think was it Lee? I don't know if Lee Neeson was rumored, but like there was some. I know there was some articles before about Qui-Gon returning, but I don't think that was just sort of ruled out. That's just like some guy was just putting rumors out there. But I think that
Yeah,
would be
I
perfect.
yeah, I just take the articles as rumors to be honest, but I do
I
think
take them a great pinch of sand.
yeah, exactly.
But I think Qui-Gon's quite important to the story. You know, he's sort of like the last thing we saw was Clone Wars with Yoda on that final
Yeah,
and especially like how he has such a impact with Obi-Wan. And this is Obi-Wan's story, so it would be a good idea to
yeah,
have Qui-Gon in this series to sort of like, and I always want to see what Qui-Gon, like we get it in comic books, like what did he actually think about Anakin himself turning to the dark side? Because
yes,
he was so wishing for like that is the chosen one. He's not gonna screw up, guys. Don't worry, Jedi Council. Don't
yeah,
worry. I trust this boy. He's my homie.
yeah,
This guy
yeah.
got you
That,
covered. 10 years later,
yeah.
Order 66. Oh, sorry, man. Oh,
Oh, I'm
Window,
sorry.
you should have trusted me, Window. Window,
Should have given
my
him.
bad, guys. My bad.
Should have granted him the rank of master.
Exactly, but oh man, I think Qui got screwed up. No, but in all honesty, I think it'll be interesting having Qui Gon to sort of like guide Obi-Wan, and I do want to see what he actually thinks about. Uh, I do want to see what he thinks about Anakin like turning to the dark side. I
Yeah,
think he,
same. Like, since he's the one who brought him into the order.
yeah, like come on, Qui Gon, you're responsible at least some of the reason why the Jedi has been wiped out. You gotta admit. But
Yeah,
if your vision is so true about this guy is the chosen one, then you need to like you can't just disappear and go to the Force Ghost land. You need to do your role.
yeah, man.
Yoda and Obi-Wan's doing all the work here. And you're just like, sunbathing in the top of Jedi heaven.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think he does a lot of like doing a similar thing with Obi-Wan did, like with a certain point of view. Technically, he always know Anakin is the chosen one, so maybe he obviously like knows he's going to the dark side, like that's his intention. The only way to sort of destroy the Emperor. I don't know,
yeah,
like, but then they could have destroyed the Emperor. They had chance. If they knew like Qui Gon's plan, like I think they could, except from wiping out the whole Jedi Order and saving billions of lives, they could definitely like figure out a way to
yeah,
stop the
definitely.
Sith coming back. So, but yeah, like I think yeah, Qui Gon has weird attentions. I mean, I don't know why he actually thought Anakin was the chosen one.
Mhm.
But I think my understanding with the Star Wars lore, he was sort of doing the similar thing with Obi-Wan did with he is the chosen one in a certain point of view because Luke was meant to be the chosen one. He was meant to one bring
Yeah,
balance to the Force, which Luke, he needs. That's why he chose Anakin. But maybe it was a surprise that Anakin actually turns good. So I think he was sort of estimating Luke. You know, he knows Anakin will have a child. He sees
yeah,
he's vulnerable with Padme. That he saw them two getting along.
yeah,
He knows that he's gonna have feelings for that person. So maybe that's why he had Padme along with him. That to go to the slave shop, not slave shop.
yeah.
Sorry, the junk shop. With Watto.
What's his junk
Only
shop? Yeah,
money. I hope Watto comes back. I don't know why.
yeah, that would be interesting. I've not thought about that. Yeah,
Watto's out there. He's gambling around his debts and. But I think it'd be kind of funny if Vader comes to Tatooine. Well, people are gonna hate me for this, but no, actually, no. I think Vader should go to Tatooine and just sort of see Watto, saying,
yeah, that'd be interesting actually.
just go to him and say, "Who's your slave now?" And then, unless Watto gets arrested by the Empire, like even necessarily if it's not in Tatooine, he gets arrested by the Empire and sort of like gets
Hmm.
imprisonment, and then he can see Vader from there. and then Waddle can recognize, oh, that's my old slave. So Vader can get a bit of his revenge, you know,
Yeah.
making some, you know, meeting some of your old enemies. But yeah, I would like to see Cody.
Yeah, same. I was gonna say next.
That's not the answer. I'm sorry. But
Nah, it's cool, man.
yeah, Cody. Like, I think because there was, I think there were some concept arts where it opens in the Jedi Temple, and Vader with is bringing his 501st Legion. You know, like killing some Jedi. I think that was actually in the concept art,
Yeah.
and that sounds amazing. I want to see that in live action so bad.
Yeah. Operation Nightfall. Yeah.
And
Same.
I think honestly, I've not seen the Bad Batch, so this is not nothing to do with spoilers or anything like that. But I do hope they either mention Cody in that series or he could appear in this one. You know,
Yeah.
Cody had a big impact with Obi-Wan. You know, he's one of his closest allies. You know, during the war, and
Yeah, man.
I don't think he don't deserve to be written down in a comic book. I think he's such a big kind of character in the well, this he's a massive character, but he's such a big impact to the Star Wars fans. You know, he's one of the most recognizable clones. You know, Rex and Cody.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be wise. I'm saying wise, the Jedi way.
I see what you did there.
Yes, the Jedi way. It'll be wise to have him. My third character would be Maul. Don't know why. I want to see the Crimson. Uh,
Crimson Dawn.
yeah, the Crimson Dawn. I want to see that his like because Solo they. This is such a weird way. 'Cause they killed off Maul before Solo. So I think some people are getting confused about
Yeah.
Solo. Like, wait, they killed off Maul, but Maul's alive. No, that's actually before that episode from
Yeah.
Rebels.
Yeah.
That's when Maul was so powerful. You know, he was like the crime lord.
Yeah. He led the Shadow Collective.
Yeah, but I think they should. I really want right Vader versus Maul so bad in any level of way to do it because there was a moment they could have done it in Rebels. Like, come on, man!
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Maul was literally just there, like and then they didn't have a
On
chance.
Malachor.
Yeah, like they didn't have a chance to even interact, and Vader just comes in there, like, come on, dude! Like, two biggest Sith Lords, like, could have had a massive duel, but just remember, Maul did say he faced Vader before. He
Yes.
so there is history there. So they must have fought each other. So this could be it. So that's why I'm putting Maul on the table. You know,
Yeah.
Maul definitely could be one of the characters. Definitely returning to the series because they had history. Vader and Maul. You know, maybe Maul wanted
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe Maul wanted his place to be, the new Sith Lord. I don't know what he's
Yeah.
doing now. I think he doesn't really care about the Sith anymore. In this point,
No. No. I didn't really get that impression in Rebels.
I think he's just more interested in trying to set his crime lord, like becoming like
Yeah. Establish like his own power.
yeah. I think he's kind of done with the Sith, but he's just using that. That's why he's called Maul, not Darth. If that's my understanding, right? I think that's right. Like,
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming.
yeah. Oh, so enough about so we've got quite a lot of few ideas with the series, we're definitely gonna see younger Luke because there's been like teasers pictures of like the Tatooine how like Luke's like Skywalker house.
Yeah.
So
The Lars house. Yeah.
yeah, no, oh Wilson. Why did I say Owen Wilson?
Wow.
Wow. Why did not got Owen Wilson to play Owen Lars? Oh wow. Yeah,
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. He Owen Wilson's in Loki, so they could have got him to be part of Star Wars if they wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Disney Plus, baby. But
Hell yeah, yeah.
oh, Owen Lars is and he's actually got the same guy from the the. And I didn't know he actually enjoyed his days in Star Wars, but he seemed to be a chillax guy.
Oh, Joe Edgerton. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
so it's
Owen in 2 and 3.
because he's a bit of a bigger actor now, than what he was before. But now he's like, I'm so glad they actually got him to be, get him to return to be Owen.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
I think but yeah, I definitely gonna think Owen's gonna be a bit annoyed with Obi-Wan. Sort of like, hey, thanks for giving us this baby, we appreciate it, but can you just get away from us? You're causing trouble for us. We just want to be
Yeah.
farmers. We don't want nothing to do with the war. We don't want nothing to do with the Jedi. We don't care about your politics. We just want to farm. So stay away from us, and yeah, thanks. Goodbye, wizard. I think that's how the scene will go down. Generally, but
hmm
I would love to see, like, I know this is going to be focused on Obi-Wan, like that's his name of the series, but I think I would like to see scenes with Vader sort of meditating, like getting a bit of some,
Yeah.
like not just as just, oh, he's a big bad guy in the film. That's it. Like, I wanted to get a bit more a connection to Anakin. So we honestly, obviously, like to see, because we get so much teasers in the films where they take the helmet off, You see a
Yeah,
glimpse
see
of
him
him. Yeah,
as Anakin, yeah.
I think.
Without the suit.
Yeah, I want to sort of, and I want Vader's castle to return. Like that would be. They teased that so much in Rogue One. That's gonna be the future in Star Wars. We're really getting like games and comic books. I think it's time to actually get a bit more tour inside. It's like, hey
Yeah.
guys, it's my crib. Go to my, go to Mustafa my crib. And then, yeah, you can go inside. You see my outside front lawn, though. That's pretty much it. Like, I want to see
That's
what.
all that's all you're allowed to see. Sorry. Bye bye.
Oh, yeah, if you want to. Oh, you can catch me on Ep9. We've got a glimpse to it. Oh, actually, Mustafa's dead. It's all trees now. My
Yeah,
bad.
sorry. No castle.
Damn it, I really wanted Vader's castle to be in Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, same
I wanted
man.
to see where Kylo actually looked at the artifacts and all seeing all
Oh,
yeah.
that would have been mint.
Come on, man. What you gonna do that? Like, seriously, dude. Like, come on.
Dude, his grandfather's castle. He lived there.
you know, they could find that. What was that thing they were meant to find to get to the? Is it to find Palpatine? I forget the
Oh,
planets now. Honestly, I'm so bad.
I think it's the Wayfinder.
Yeah, they could find a wayfinder inside the castle. Why, they didn't need to do that whole scene where he's killing all those guards, Mustafa guards. He could literally go to the castle, have a tease of Vader, and then get the
Yeah,
wayfinder from there. Like wasn't there like concepts from was it Colin Trevorrow's script where he had to cut his blood to go in, because he's got the
yeah,
blood
go
up.
inside. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be so cool to see.
yeah,
And then they could have James Earl, like he had like one line in the movie, like inside your head. Like they could have him narrating to him. Like how great
yeah,
would that be? That scene would
yeah,
be.
yeah. That's actually a really awesome idea.
And yeah, so that's why I was so disappointed. Like I was like, come on, that was just 2 seconds of Mustafa. Where's Vader's castle? But
Why?
hopefully in this series they could maybe actually see Vader's like castle and like see his crib, see him chilling, see him meditating, but I want him to sort of like come, after that, like if the opening is him killing the Jedi, they could cut it to him sort of returning to his castle, like battle damaged.
Yeah.
Because he obviously gets new suits, and I'm sorry, but the Episode 3 is my favorite suit. I absolutely love that suit.
Yeah, same man.
And I think that should return, but then maybe could get damaged in this movie. So you can obviously see, okay, yeah, that's why he's got the red eyes, because he got a different suit. So it makes sense to the continuity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he should sort of return to his castle like half damaged in the battle. And maybe just take his helmet off for a minute and actually see Anakin, like maybe start
Yeah.
feeling guilt. Cause he's still like got a bit of good in him. Maybe a bit of tears, Like,
Yeah.
and I know that sounds
Like,
crazy, but like like the scene from episode 3 where Anakin was crying in Mustafa?
yeah.
Like that it was meant to like symbolize how gone he is to the dark side, like there's no way returning back. Because all the
Yeah,
stuff he's
exactly.
I wanted, because obviously in that moment of time, Anakin, there's still quite a bit of Anakin in him. This is like the younger Vader. So maybe taking his mask off and seeing a little, not even crying, just like a little tear. Just a little tear of like,
Yeah.
realizing what he's done and sort of like,
Yeah, exactly.
but changes his mood when he just sort of like gets a call to the Emperor. And without any dialogue, that is so impactful. Like that from that
Yeah.
image, you'll actually see that okay, Vader is suffering inside. Without any dialogue or any lines, you
Yeah.
can tell there's a bit of Anakin in there, but straight away turns to Vader when the Emperor comes in. It's not like you're working right, and then you're like, oh, you're slacking off, but your boss comes in and then your boss comes in and is like, all right, go back to work. So that's what's that kind of
Yeah, back to
similarity.
work.
Yeah, so that similarity to when Vader's like, all right, the Emperor's calling now, so enough Anakin. I need to answer his calls. So
Yeah, back to work, guys.
back to work. I think, Vader definitely should have like a lot of impactful scenes. Anyway, guys, any Q and
Yeah, man.
A's? Answer, what do you want to see in the series, or no? Ask us anything really. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting, sort of like also like in the comics. There's definitely some you actually see how he gets his lightsaber, and it's a bit complicated as
Yes.
I thought. Like I think was it the new Marvel Darth Vader comics?
Yeah, those, yeah.
Yeah, like before I always thought he just got given like there was actually a deleted scene in the game, Revenge of the Sith, where just Palpatine gives him the
Oh yeah.
lightsaber. Like, here you go. Thanks for killing your Jedi Master, I reward you your lightsaber. And then he just pretty much stabs Palpatine and takes over the
Yeah.
Empire.
The galaxy belongs to me.
but but I think he's definitely gonna sort of like but like in the comics it takes a while. He doesn't just give him the lightsaber as an upgrade. It's all like when you sign up to the new
Yeah.
phone company, like oh you get some good discounts and stuff. You get a free coupons.
Yeah.
You get some loyalty stuff. You
Yeah, the
know,
loyalty.
hey, you used to have a blue one, upgrade with a red one. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Just go kill this Jedi called Kirak
but yeah, I did
and
like
use
that.
his lightsaber.
I did like that aspect in the comics. One thing that made me laugh was when was it one of the uh, Imperial's guy? I forgot his name now. Was it a she? I can't remember now.
Uh,
Sh-
which one is it?
the one of the Imperials is sort of like making his castle. Like he's like trying to get the castle right, and Vader's sort of like keeps saying to him, "No, that's not how it should be." They
Mm.
literally shows how he actually like making the castle together. How insane it is. You actually
Mm.
see him like got blueprints. All right, I want this wall there. I want this bathtub down here. All my trophies of the Jedi lightsabers should be in this wall. Uh, um, but yeah, Kree said, "I just want to see Anakin killing the children." I think we all do.
Yeah, yeah, we might as well admit it deep down.
Deep down, how humble we are. Oh, we love the junglings. Wipe them out, all of them.
Them.
But that scene, there's something that actually impacted to me because that scene where I always just thought he just killed a kid. I didn't really like realize he matters to Anakin. But that's actually
Yeah.
meant to represent the younger. He actually looks like Jake Lloyd, the young
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker from the Phantom Menace. So that was actually meant to be him. That scene was meant to symbolize him killing his younger self. So I think that's pretty insane. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not just him killing kids; he's actually killing himself, but he's using his emotional state. Yeah, Anakin. Say
Yeah.
if that's your excuse.
Right.
They should have got a kid from the bit where he said, who points out the planets with Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones. How embarrassing. Lost the planet, Obi-Wan did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have got that kid to be killed off.
I know he's like.
They should have just got that kid. Who, like, just literally...
Yeah.
The planet doesn't exist. Well, thanks for your help.
Died. Thanks.
Yeah,
Died.
seriously, thanks for your help, man. Like, seriously, you just made a fool out of me in front of Yoda. I'm like 20. I'm 10 times the size of your age. If I wanted to, I'll get my lightsaber and challenge you for a duel. Take that, Padawan. I think that's what Obi-Wan's a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, I better see Ahsoka. Yeah, Ahsoka's a good choice. I think Ahsoka
Yeah.
would... Well, maybe not necessarily a large role, but maybe they... I'm not saying as... Hear me out, because I do want to focus them to be just Obi-Wan and Vader, but I think maybe, like, Obi-Wan could sort of have, like, a Jedi meeting between all the survivors. Or, meditating in some way, like, where he's, like...
Yeah.
Maybe
He tries to
maybe
commune
Ahsoka
with
could be in a hologram. Or appears some aspects in, basically. Also, Tarkin. Oh, not maybe Tarkin, actually.
Maybe.
Maybe. But maybe a reference to him with Vader or something. Tarkin. I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Palpatine. Just for that scene with Vader,
Yeah.
I think it's important to have at least Ian McDermott to return. Sorry, my voice is going, but yeah, I think Palpatine should, like, return. Or maybe for just the scenes with Vader.
Yeah, just give him orders.
But I want it to be a Mustafa. I want to be in, like, a city, like in his Vader's castle. Really, really, I feel like this is a Trojan horse. I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like this is a Trojan horse. I feel like we're gonna see. Oh, it's called Obi-Wan. But really, it's a Vader series. It's a wink, wink to the. Africa is winking at us and saying, like, hey guys, here is Obi-Wan series, the guy you demanded. But really, it's called Vader series. That'd be pretty hilarious. I'm a fan of Vader and Obi-Wan, so.
Yeah, same, man.
Yeah, this Yoda. Frank Oz Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
I think he needs to be in this. Like, Frank, I think I do want to see what Yoda's up to, but I know he goes back to Dagobah.
Yeah.
But didn't Yoda say he's gonna help Obi-Wan, like, bit of training, like, to teach him to communicate quiet? Obi-Wan is, like, a Jedi
Yeah.
Master, but he's still got a lot of stuff to learn. So who's gonna learn it from? Like, who is this currently surviving Jedi Master who is higher than Obi-Wan? Yoda.
Yeah,
So I think some scenes of him and Yoda should like have like some moments in the film. But yeah, I think Yoda could play a very important role to sort of like bridge the gaps together, really.
yeah, exactly.
But I think yeah, we got so many cool ideas they could do in the series, and I'm so excited. Now, I would love to see. I hope they still carry on with the clones because as much as
Yes,
a lot of
definitely.
people who are Stormtrooper fans, I have no problem with Stormtroopers. I just think they've been overused, in
Yeah,
Disney
I
content.
agree.
Like you had them in Rogue One, you had them in Solo. You obviously got the new batch part of it's part of the Force Awakens, the sequel trilogy. They're literally are
Yeah,
Stormtroopers, but just an upgrade. And you have them in every kind of Disney Plus series. Like you got Rebels, and I think as much as I appreciate they're doing the Bad Batch, don't get me wrong, like that is pretty cool. But I would love to see like live action clones.
me
Uh,
too, man.
And I think Tamias Morris should return, like he's back in the Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian, which that was amazing. I gotta say,
Yeah.
that was just like a memory lane back to my childhood. Seeing like, I love one thing I do love where he just sort of quoted his own line like, "I'm just a simple man making my way to the universe,"
Oh my
I'm
goodness
a,
me,
That
goosebumps.
and he did that when he about to when he was flying the slave one, he literally did that drum
Oh, the seismic charge.
cipher chart. When you have some headphones, that's gonna be a hell of a party.
Yeah.
Someone should make it 10 hours of that sound. You're gonna get ears, Ray.
Dum.
Your ears are definitely gonna bleed. Tell me, do you bleed?
You
and
will.
and it just played it. That's one of the best sound effects in that movie, honestly.
Yeah, man.
Can we not just get that thing back in the series? Like, Kenobi want to fly his ship again and Boba Fett's just behind him somehow and just, oh, you again.
Yeah.
Just have Boba Fett in the series, just sort of like, just for that scene. There's one thing made me really laugh, but because spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the Mandalorian season 2, do not watch this in this moment of time. Luke returns. I have to put a spoiler alert because it's some people not watch the series.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, guys.
it's hard with movies because if movies come out for a while, then you're like, yeah, who cares about spoilers? But now people still like tries to watch the series, and I understand some people don't have time, but they want to watch it in the future. So that's why I put in spoiler alert, guys. You're welcome.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think I love that idea where there's a really funny meme. I think it was from the Umbrella Academy where literally like they passes by, and I want to see what did Luke kind of see Boba Fett on his way to that bit where he's trying to save Bando. I,
Oh
I
yeah.
was curious
Yeah, I
about.
think I've seen it. Yeah.
There's that really funny meme, and I just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, "Oh, that must have happened somehow. Like, do I recognize
Yeah.
you? No, I must have seen you before."
Nope.
Just how like just Boba Fett set off to his own adventure. Like, yeah, go get your kid. I'm off. Oh, hey Luke. But yeah, I love how they got Mark Hamill to return to that. Like,
Yeah, that was great.
I actually thought it was Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier. For a
Yeah.
minute, when I first watched the scene, I actually thought it was him. And then I realized, oh shoot, they got someone. It looks CGI, but then it was actually Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think yeah, definitely bring the clones.
Yeah, defo. That actually ties into my thoughts about they could. I think they could do that with Cody,
Yeah.
and they could they could show I don't know, maybe any clones, show the clones those who are still serving the Empire how much they hate it.
I think clones are very individual uh, they got the. I love one thing about the clones and stormtroopers. A lot of stormtroopers play out the same, where they're
Yeah.
just working with Empire. They're just those goons or bodyguards who are just getting. No offense to like stormtrooper fans, I know they're so. Don't dare you blame the original trilogy characters. You'll ruin my childhood. No
No.
offense. No. I think necessarily. I think Clones has this more better characteristics characters, in their own
Yeah.
kind of way. They're not just people just I just work for the Empire and doing this job, the way they and then that's one of thanks to the Clone Wars, they definitely separated each clone to have their own kind of character traits. They're
Yeah.
like just the military. It's like watching a war film. But space war film, you get it? Star
Yeah,
Wars.
man. Yeah, it's literally the title.
But I think stormtroopers have definitely just been done so much like constantly.
Yeah.
Like I'm not necessarily saying they don't have to do stormtroopers like to stop doing stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I would like to see they do some live action clones in some stories to get a bit of like you get a mix of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just you're not seeing the same thing because I feel like that's what Disney is. It's just stormtroopers.
Yeah.
you know. And just like cartoon specials of Phineas and
Yeah.
Verb. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
I was
you go
yeah, and I
on.
was saying as I was saying about Cody, yeah, maybe they can have him like maybe you could show him like as a training instructor, like
Yeah, like
showing like
do you remember the episode in season 3 with Delta Squad?
yeah,
Yeah, and sort of like that, like how we sort of checking the new troops, and maybe Cody's should maybe go back to Camino.
yeah, that's where he does it. Like
Like
and he hates it because the stormtroopers like in the expanded universe, he hated being an instructor.
I
Like
love
he hated the stormtroopers.
I love the 501st Legion journal in the Battlefront 2 games.
Same.
Not talking about the new one, the
Oh,
OG Battlefront, OG. I love that game, man. I absolutely love that game.
I play that game religiously. Like,
I play it more than the new one. I'm sorry. I think it's still ahead of its time. I know they sort of, the graphics, PS2 graphics, a lot of people are fan of that, but I rather play this game, have more fun
yeah,
than seeing so expensive graphics in like the new ones. Not saying nothing about,
it's like
yeah.
Call of Duty in space.
Yeah, it just feels like modded Call of Duty. I'm sorry, any new Battlefront fans, but this is how, it's just Call of Duty in space with mods.
Yeah,
I just don't like the gameplay. I'm sorry. I think every time even if I'm calling myself a noob or I just die in every battle. Like,
yeah,
you can't see. You're like either like a first person shooter, and then when you play online, someone just headshots you. Now, come on, what's fun about
yeah.
that?
Like,
I learned over the years like games like some people like loves to like game hard like just want to be the best. I miss the time
mm-hmm.
where games used to be quite fun.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't have to do the hardest level to like enjoy a game. I'd rather play on easy just to enjoy the game. But like, oh god, I want to complete this mission, and you're just gonna get angry at yourself. But yeah, about the original Battlefront 2 game was like that was the G. That was the good old days.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember playing that school? The we used to play it
Yeah, I
so
did.
we had a thing called the base where they had the PS2, and then Levi used to bring. I remember like when you first brought Battlefront 2, I was like, oh, but I used to play the first one, so I didn't know the second one was out. I was such a I don't know what kind of fan I
Oh
was with
yeah,
Star Wars, but I was so amazed because I always want to play the I always want to play the heroes and villains, and I was like, oh,
oh yeah. That
I was
was
like.
awesome.
uh,
Hero Assault.
one of our friends used to hog the controller and then go off the map.
Oh gosh, I remember that.
I'm gonna say who it was, but we know who you are. They literally just you just got told off by the teacher, and the teacher's like put a timer for each player because of that. Like there was times where it just used to be all right. We want a game, but it used to take ages and just goes off the map so you can have a longer time.
Yeah.
That's why we got a timer.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm sorry going a bit off topic, but yeah, I think the 501st Legion journal was definitely like what kind of got me in, when you say about
Yeah.
Cody being an instructor, like he actually, I loved the narration to that voice where he said,
Same.
do you want to quotate the lines?
Yeah, I could do. Which one?
Just any of them. You do a good impression, to be fair.
Okay. Let me just think of one.
You literally know the whole journal by heart, dude. I'm set.
Well,
You
some
know,
of it.
some of it.
When we touched down on Kashyyyk, things were just as bad as we feared. The droids had us outmaneuvered, outmanned, and outgunned by a 5-1 margin.
It's so like the Star Wars Bible to me. I don't know
Yeah,
why. It's the Star Wars Bible. And yeah, I mean that's the most important law to me. That 501st Legion journal.
yeah,
So yeah, I think Cody would. I would like to see what he actually thinks about Obi-Wan. Like, oh shoot, I screwed up. I should have checked
yeah,
to Nutapa. Nah, he didn't. He sent his boys. Listen to his boys
yeah.
saying, did you find
So,
Kenobi?
no gonna survive that fall.
I think she said double your search. Was it? No.
No, it's Palpatine to
Oh, I'm
fire.
getting confused with Palpatine. See, I getting mixed up already. That was the scene with Yoda when he was.
Yeah,
I like in that film, all the Jedi hide. Like literally in that film, everyone falls down off ground, and then you got people finding them. It's a bit of
yeah,
like a hide and seek thing going on in that movie. So yeah, we got a pretty cool yeah. There's so much stuff going on with Star Wars, and I hope everyone's enjoying their May the 4th because yeah, I remember last year was the last. It was the Clone Wars, wasn't it? Didn't we get the last
yeah,
last episode of Clone Wars?
yeah. I think we did.
Yeah, it's crazy how we're getting like Bad Batch this year. So, and I'm so glad
Yeah,
that
literally today, actually.
literally today, not this year. My words. um, but yeah, I'm so happy to like. I think after this podcast, I'm definitely gonna have a give of a watch. So,
Oh
um,
yeah, do it, man. It's great.
I was planning to watch it
I really
before.
enjoyed it.
I was planning to watch it. Is it 3 episodes out or is it just like is it just one
Yeah,
episode?
it's one episode so far. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was planning to watch it before this podcast. Like I really want to watch it, but I just got too busy. That's
Hmm.
what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad they're keeping with the traditional Clone Wars graphics. I did not like Rebels. I'm sorry. I I, I just think it. I think Clone Wars did it better.
Yeah, same.
I understand they were going back to the days with Ralph, the original Star Wars design, but I think Clone Wars was
Yeah.
just pretty cool. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this podcast. Enjoy
Yes, thank you.
enjoy the May the 4th day. Look forward for Star Wars. We're definitely doing some more stuff in the future. It's been crazy because we haven't done a podcast for a while. We've been pretty busy with TS2, so
Yeah.
more videos coming up soon. Stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. Anything you want to say, Levi, before we go?
Not too much. Just like to wish everybody a good day.
All right. Enjoy, guys. May the
Enjoy.
force,
Well,
may the force
the
be
Lord
with you.
be with you.